So look at that. We have that wick that we spoke about. Quick update. We spoke about this wick and getting that rejection there. And then we came for that low and that low that I had marked out. So right now, I'm expecting to see us reprice higher. Either fill those gaps and then come for these highs and then we can continue lower. Or just fill those gaps and then continue lower. I'm not expecting a huge reversal because we don't have an SMT on the lows. If you look at ES, we also have the manipulation there. Okay. Okay. So if you look at ES, we also just took out these lows here. So I'm not expecting a huge reversal, but I do want to see if we'll fill these gaps. And then best case scenario, I want to see if we'll come for these highs here. Same thing with Nasdaq, I want to see if we'll come higher for these highs here. And also we're trading below the 2-day open. So what I was looking at just now, there's a trade that I just missed. Okay, I didn't miss it. It just didn't tap into my confirmation. So we have a sweep on these lows, manipulation down here during the open. So how it works is if we have liquidity that hasn't been taken out before market open, during or after market open, you want to see manipulation first before we expand. And then if it already manipulated before pre-market, if it already manipulated pre-market, we're expecting a continuation. So we still had liquidity resting below here. We started by taking that, and then now we can get our expansion. So I'm looking at these inefficiencies here, and I'm looking at these highs here. We also below 2-day open. So we have manipulation. We have a 5-minute inversion here. And then when you go to the 1 minute, it also aligns with the first presented. And then we created this order block here. But if you look at this, we closed all the way up here. So I didn't take this. And the order block, I don't treat the order block the same way I would treat the inversion. If it was an inversion fair value gap, as soon as we trade above, I'm taking the entry. So most of the time, to avoid days like this where we just continue running without pulling back. With an inversion, as soon as you trade above, it's a valid inversion fair value gap. But with the order block, you have to actually wait for it to close above. Because 9 times out of 10, sometimes it will trade above and then come back and close inside, play around in here, and then continue lower. And it doesn't respect the order block, which is why I like to say it should take 1, 2, or 3 candles max to close above this for it to be high probability. So this was the trade that I didn't take just now. I was still waiting to see if we'll come back into it, but we already traded higher into this 15-minute because I was also looking at that. So I want to see if we're going to start showing those bearish prices from here or if we're going to come for this liquidity here. Because with the buyers, I was just looking for retracement and then we can continue lower now. I don't think we're going to reverse. Okay, this is still generating liquidity above here. We haven't filled any of those gaps. Okay, so we reacted to CE of that. Let's see if we have like an order block or something. And then, okay, no. Yeah, this is not the type of price action I wanna trade here. Let's just let it play out. We have news in 7 minutes. We're gonna wait for that too before we take any trades. But the true open and these London highs are looking nice. So we came back inside the first presented. Let's see if we invest that. Or if we're gonna react to this. But I wanna see us. I'm mostly bearish today, so I wanna see if investors first presented. I'm not really expecting higher prices today, unless we're just gonna come for this. I also like that we closed below there. Okay. Below consequent encroachment of that. And then with this breaker, that's where I'm taking myself. Taking a sell here. And my stops above the fair value gap. So with my position at this low here will be enough for me. We don't have any other sell side besides that, except for the higher time frame draws. So I can have that marked out. This is the best case scenario if we can trade towards these this week or maybe next week, but that's a large range. But yeah, as soon as we get to that low, I'm done for the day. I don't really focus much on the money at this stage of my trading journey. As long as I catch good entries, good exits, that's all that matters for me right now. So that will be enough. Like how we traded into that and then rejected. So I'm gonna see if we can run to these lows here. And I wanna see us stay in the lower half of this. This was a nice rejection that we got here. So we got the retracement to fill this inefficiency, and then we wanna see a continuation lower, just the way we wanted it. So I should also look at this. Looks like ES is gonna take that low first. Nasdaq should definitely come for this low though, because we have this wick and then the next candle opened and it's still strongly bearish. So it should definitely come for this low here. I'm not expecting any higher prices. If there was a possibility we could get higher prices, I would have closed the trade now because ES just took the low. So what I'll do is I'll take partials. The ES took the low, so I'm just gonna take partials, leave this last one, and then we break even. We don't care about this one. Most of our positions are booked. Okay, so that'll be it for today. That's a nice trade that we got there. So one thing I want you guys to take away from this video is that when you're trading Nasdaq and we have sell side taken, for example, like in this case, we had sell side taken on both Nasdaq and ES. You shouldn't expect a reversal. 9 times out of 10, we're gonna come back for those lows. Same as I showed you guys on the previous video with these lows here. Nasdaq and ES both did not take, they both had lows like that. None of them made a manipulation. See? None of them made a manipulation. So when you see price trade higher like that, don't look at it as a reversal. Price is just rebalancing, gonna fill up efficiencies or go to equilibrium or premium, and then it's gonna continue lower, coming for those lows. Same thing with when it swept the low, like today's trade. They both swept the low, and then they did trade higher after the open. But most people I know for a fact, they probably looked for buys here in this inversion. And the same as those buys that I wanted to take here coming to this fair value gap here, or coming here to this trade open, depending on what it's showing me. But I did say that I want to see price rebalance higher and then continue lower. So whenever you have both of them swept, just know we're probably gonna come back for those lows. One needs to sweep and the other needs to fail. That's how you know it's a SMT. So this is gonna be it for this video. Hope you guys learned something valuable, and I'll see you guys on the next one.